Good morning, dear students. Today our topic is control structure in Java. So, what is a control structure? A control structure determines an order in which the statement used in a program are executed. A Java program contains classes, and these classes have some method which contains statements that are executed by the compiler. A control structure might cause a statement to be executed once, many times, or not at all. The following control statements are your first one is your decision structure, and another is your looping structure. What is decision structure? Decision making structure have one or more conditions to be evaluated or tested by the program along with a statement or statement that are to be executed. If the condition is determined to be true and optionally other statement to be executed if the condition is determined to be false. So decision structure are also known as conditional statement or selection statement. It allows a user to choose any specified condition or statement from a slot of statement. So Java programming language provides the following decision-making statement. First one is an if structure, another is an if-else structure, the next is a switch structure. First one is your if structure. It is the most basic form of selection statement which executes a single block of statement if the specified condition evaluates to true. Otherwise, the given set of action or statement are ignored. The syntax of the if statement is if expression, then collaboration, start collaboration. This is the body of the if expression. So here statement will be executed if the expression is true. So if expression, if this expression, this generally are relational expression. If this relational expression returns true, then only the body of the if block will be executed. So this is the syntax of if statement. If then parenthesis expression inside the body you have to write some statement here. So whenever the expression returns only true, then only the body of the if statement will be executed. Otherwise, it will not be executed. So if the expression evaluates to true, then the block of code inside the if statement will be executed. Otherwise, it will skip the statement. Next are so this is an example using your if statement. So write a code for a GUI application using NetBeans ID to find the smallest number between two numbers. So we have to create a GUI application. Here we have to take two numbers, and after that taking the two numbers we have to compare and we have to display the greater number here. So sorry, find the smallest number. So we have to compare the two number and it will show the smallest number. So first you have to go to the NetBeans, then you have to open the project file, then new file, then you have to open the JFrame. After opening the JFrame, you have to take some label and take some text box. Then you have to give the name of the label as number one, name of the label two is number two. Then text field you have to set some variables. After after it will come, there is a button you have to put a button here and you have to write here click or any other name you can give in according to your choice. Then you have to write some code for this button that will compare the value to value we are given in the text field, and it will calculate the smallest number and it will display in the next third text field. So another text field is required and another level is required. So these are the code we have to write in the button. So type the following code and click the result button. You can give this button name as result button. So after clicking the result button, you have to write some code. So this code is to calculate the smallest number. So what is the code? First, you have to take integer. This is a variable. Integer, the data type A is the variable. Integer A equal to, it is written integer dot percent text field n1 text field dot get text. So text one text n1 text field is the variable of the first text field. Then whatever the data you enter here in the runtime, that will read by the method getText method. So getText text field dot getText method will receive the data you given in the runtime in the field. Then that number is converted to integer type because we are declaring here data type integer. So if you write here 2.0 also, that 2.0 is a floating type value that will convert to integer. Integer that percent is a method, it is convert to the value convert to integer type, then only it can store in the variable a. Then integer b, another number integer b, the second number जो हम यहाँ पे देंगे that will be integer b. So यहाँ पे n2 text field, second text field में जो डाटा हम लोग देंगे that we read by this getText method, and it will convert by the integer percent method. Then after converting it in integer, generally it will store in the integer b variable. So we got integer a and integer b value from your text field. Then we have to declare another variable integer smallest equal to 0. So another variable I declare as smallest, and first I have to initialize it as 0. So next is, this is your conditional expression if statement. So we have to compare. So if a is less than b, so we already got two value for a and b. We have to compare whether a is less than b or not. If it is yes, suppose I enter here a का value 10 दिया है, b का value 20 दिया है, then 10 is less than 20. It will returns you true. Relational expression returns true or false. So this expression returns true. Then only the body of the if statement. The in the curly braces, this statement is known as body. This statement is included in the body of the if statement. So here it is written smallest equal to a. So a is less than b, it is returns true. Then the value of a is stored in the smallest variable. तो अभी फर्स्ट स्मॉलेस्ट का वैल्यू 0 था, अभी यहाँ पे 10 सपोज मैंने दिया है, देन 10 विल assign to smallest variable. Then we got the smallest value in the variable, then we have to show this value to the screen or your GUI interface. Then for showing the value of a variable in the GUI interface, then we have to write N3 text field. N3 text field is the variable name of the third text field. Dot set text. बिकॉज हम लोग यहाँ पे वेरिएबल में डाटा है उसको शो करेंगे, और पहले क्या कर रहे थे, गेट टेक्स्ट यूज कर रहे थे, वहाँ पे नंबर को रीड कर रहे थे. तो यहाँ पे n3 टेक्स्ट फील्ड डॉट सेट टेक्स्ट ब्रैकेट में यू हैव टू राइट सम स्पेस देंगे, प्लस यू हैव टू राइट स्मॉलेस्ट. Then body of the if statement is closed here. Sorry, parenthesis is closed here. Then your program is complete. You have to save it. Then you have to compile and run this program. After run this program, this interface we have to show. You can see. Then we have to give two number 10 and 12. I here number one मैंने 10 दिया, number two में 12 दिया. Then it will. Then you have to click on this result button. So whenever you click on the result button, this code will work. This code will work, and the final smallest number will store in the smallest variable. Then whenever you have to click the result button, the program you written is executed, and the smallest variable में जो data था, that will show in the third text field, that is 10, by using this set text method. By using the setText method. So this is the programming example of how to use if statement in a program. So this program is important. You have to run it. Next come to another is if else statement. Previous one is only if statement. Whenever the condition returns true, then only the body of the if statement will execute. But this is else statement, if else statement. So this is the syntax of if else statement. If expression, if this expression returns true, then the body of the if statement will execute. This is the body. First curly brace of starting curly brace and curly brace. Inside the body of the if statement will execute whenever the expression return false. So if the expression return false, then else part will execute. This is the else part. This is the else body part. Else curly brace open, curly brace close. So whenever the if expression return false, then only the body of the else part will be executed. So if the expression evaluates to true, then the if block of code will be executed. Otherwise, else block code will be executed. So this is the syntax of if else statement. So this is a programming example of if else statement. So write a code for GUI application using NetBeans IDE to find the less number of students between two different classes of a college. To find the less number of students between two different classes of a college. तो कौन से क्लास में कम number of student है, that will we have to show. So before that, this is the we have to create a GUI interface. Then after that we have to create some button. Inside that button you have to write this code. So first we have to take here two text field and one text field and then two text field हमने लिया, वहाँ पे हम लोग डाटा देंगे, नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स देंगे, उसको फिर इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट करके इंटीजर ए इंटीजर बी में स्टोर करेंगे. Then if A is less than B, suppose A का value B से less है, मतलब A contains number of student in section 1 or class 1, or B is the number of student of class 2. So another variable I declare integer less equal to 0. So if A is less than B, if it is returns true, then only the body of the if statement will execute. Less equal to A. Then N3 text field dot set text plus less else. So if this expression return false, then the else part will be executed. So here if A is less than B, if it is true, then less में A का डाटा स्टोर हो जाएगा. ओके एंड सेट टेक्स्ट में N3 टेक्स्ट फील्ड डॉट सेट टेक्स्ट प्लस लेस, मतलब हम लोग यहाँ पे एक प्रोग्राम करेंगे, लेस नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट को डिस्प्ले करेंगे. तो ए में लेस है कि बी है, बी में लेस है, वी डोंट नो. So we have to test it. So if A is less than B, then less में हम लोग A का वैल्यू स्टोर कर देंगे और उसको डिस्प्ले कर देंगे. बट अगर A B से छोटा नहीं है, अगर यहाँ पे 40 नंबर स्टूडेंट, यहाँ पे 50 है, तो 40 अगर है तो ये if part will be execute. But if it is false, that is A is less than B, A का वैल्यू सपोज 40 है, B का वैल्यू सपोज 50 है, तो ये कंडीशन फॉल्स रिटर्न करेगा. देन कम्स टू द एल्स पार्ट, द कंट्रोल विल कम्स टू द एल्स पार्ट. वहां पे अभी लेस में लेस इफ फॉल्स है तो यहाँ पे लेस इक्वल टू बी का वैल्यू असाइन कर देंगे. और एन थ्री में अभी क्या डिस्प्ले होगा, एन3 टेक्स्ट फील्ड सेट टेक्स्ट में लेस तुम्हारा शो करेगा. सो दिस इज द प्रोग्रामिंग एग्जाम्पल ऑफ if else statement, how to use if else statement in a program. Another is switch statement. A switch statement allows a variable to be tested for equality against a list of values. Each value is called a case and the variable being switched on is checked for each case. So this is the syntax of switch case. हम लोग if statement में क्या होता था, either true के लिए condition और false के लिए condition. लेकिन अब if you want to arise cases more than two, then you have to use switch expression, switch structure. So switch structure is generally switch inside this one expression you have to write. Then collibrate start, collibrate end. Inside this you have to define some case value. This is case value 1 statement break. Then case value 2 statements break. देन योर केस ऐसे करके 1 2 केस वैल्यू 1 2 3 4 5 दे सकते हो. लास्ट में केस वैल्यू एन सम स्टेटमेंट ब्रेक. then you can have any number of case statement, any number, no limitation is there, so any number of case you can generate here. And last में one default statement is there, so you have to write a keyword default. This is optional and statement. So this is the syntax of switch statement. So क्या होगा, switch expression. So inside the expression, if this expression returns 1, then case 1 statement will be execute. उसके बाद एक स्टेटमेंट एग्जीक्यूट हो गया और ब्रेक मतलब द कंट्रोल कम आउट ऑफ द स्विच स्टेटमेंट. then if this expression returns 2, then case value 2 will be this statement, body of the case value 2 will be executed, or this statement will be executed. So if the expression returns 3, then case 3 will be executed. If the expression returns 4, then case 4 will be executed. So, and after the execution of that case, there is a keyword called break. Whenever the control find a break keyword, the control come out of the switch statement. But if this expression returns a value which does not satisfy with, which does not match with any of the case, then which statement will be executed? We define a default optional. It is optional default keyword. So if the expression returns a value which does not match with any of the cases we define, then which statement will execute? It will execute the default statement. Okay, it will execute the default statement. So hope you understood this. Next is, this is a programming example of switch cases. So in this program, what to write? Write a code for a GUI application using NetBeans ID to name the name of the day corresponding uh, to an input number, loan input number. So type the following code in the result button. So we have to create a JFrame in NetBeans, and we have to set some text field, and we have to choose some day here. So write a code for a GUI application using NetBeans ID to name of the day corresponding to loan input number. टाइप द फॉलोइंग कोड इन द रिजल्ट बटन में ही हम लोग कोड लिखते हैं बिकॉज हम whenever you click on a result button an event is generated and after event generation the event handler will handle that event. So event handler is nothing but a program, so you have to write a program in java language. So here integer d is a variable is equal to यहाँ पे टेक्स्ट फील्ड वन मतलब फर्स्ट टेक्स्ट फील्ड का ये वेरिएबल नेम है, वहाँ पे जो डाटा देंगे दैट विल रीड बाय गेट टेक्स्ट मेथड एंड इंटीजर डॉट क्वेश्चन क्या करता है उसको इंटीजर में कन्वर्ट करके डी में स्टोर करेगा. देन यहाँ पे स्विच एक्सप्रेशन यहाँ पे ले दिया, यहाँ पे डी मतलब वैल्यू भी हम स्विच में दे सकते हैं. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग जो डाटा देंगे सपोज अब हम लोग देंगे वन, यहाँ पे केस नंबर वन में संडे लिखा है तो सपोज आई पुट हियर इन द गेट फर्स्ट एक्चुअली में अगर मैं वन एंटर करूंगी और रिजल्ट बटन में क्लिक करूंगी कौन सा डे निकलेगा तो स्विच दैट मीन्स डी का वैल्यू अभी मेरा वन है तो केस वन विल बी मैच देन इट विल क्या सर क्या डिस्प्ले होगा एन टू अनदर टेक्स्ट फील्ड में हम लोग डे शो करेंगे तो एन टू टेक्स्ट फील्ड डॉट सेट टेक्स्ट शो करने के लिए सेट टेक्स्ट और रीड करने के लिए गेट टेक्स्ट. प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो एन टू द टेक्स्ट सेकेंड टेक्स्ट फील्ड का जो वेरिएबल था into the text field dot set text is a method. Then यहाँ पे string में हम लोग लिखे Sunday. So this string will be displayed whenever the d का वैल्यू अगर 1 है then it will match with case 1 and in the text field Sunday will display. But if here if in text field 1 suppose I enter 2 then d का value 2 होगा then case 2 will be match, case 2 will be match and directly यहाँ पे Monday print होगा. ओके सो बाकी तो सारा सेम है एंड टू द टेक्स्ट फील्ड में क्या प्रिंट होगा सेट टेक्स्ट मंडे सेट होगा. अगर आई इन द फर्स्ट टेक्स्ट फील्ड आई एंटर 3 number then case 3 will be executed and it will show Tuesday. Then in the suppose in the next time again I entered 4 then d का value 4 होगा then case 4 will be executed. Then if I enter 5 then case 5 will be executed. If I enter 6 then case 6 will be executed and it is if case 5 then it will show Thursday. If I enter 6 then Friday will be so and if I enter 7 then Saturday will be shown in the second text field. Then if I entered a number which is does not match with this any of the cases, if I enter 10 तो वीक में तो 7 days होता है तो 1 to 7 अगर क्लिक करोगे तो कुछ कोई भी केसेस मैच होगा एंड उसका डे डिस्प्ले होगा. बट मिस्टेकली अगर आई एंटर 10 देन नो केसेस विल बी मैच एंड which statement will be execute default statement. So enter the text field set. So यहाँ पे तुमने यहाँ पे एक तो एरर मैसेज आएगा wrong choice. So I enter 10, but a 10 is not matches with any of the cases, then default statement will be executed and to text field that set text. यहाँ पे any information you can give in double quotes mark में यहाँ पे कुछ भी तुम error message लिख सकते हो. So if I enter 10 in the text field 2, it will display wrong choice. So this is the programming example of switch statement. So output of this above program is like this. So input number यहाँ पे मैंने 2 डाला है and result में क्लिक करने से तुम्हारा डे नंबर आ गया मंडे. 2 या 1 ओके हाँ 1 डालने से संडे आता, 2 डालने से मंडे आएगा, 3 डालने से ट्यूजडे आएगा. So this is a GUI application program in Netherlands to show the day of a week. Okay. Another is a looping structure. Looping structure we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.